Welcome to Rolling Through Realms, a new actual play podcast. Join us for epic stories, daring adventures, exhilarating battles told through tabletop role-playing games. Listen in as our heroes attempt to uncover a conspiracy at the heart of a world's fair, while navigating the dark and shadowy world of the undead. I'm your Dungeon Master Erik Hurt, and this is Love, Death, and Necromancy. Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Rolling Through Realms, Love, Death, and Necromancy. Last we left off, the party was investigating the old Iworks manufacturing factory that had been blown up. Upon their investigations, they discovered that Iworks intentionally blew this up, and as they were investigating, they found skeletal remains with shards of beryllium inside the skull that were acting as magical conduits that turned the skeletons into magical artifacts where spells were being repeatedly cast on the subject. With further investigation, they find a hidden lair underneath the factory where necromancy was being practiced. They find journals filled with information that was heavily redacted, and only scant bits of necromantic information could be found. But in these journals and on the walls and on the floor, scrawled was the phrase, "In case I forget," written in the handwriting of both Iworks Fuller and Elias Heron. But they find that Elias Heron was here after the explosion and after Iworks Fuller went missing. They also discovered that multiple of these shards could be used in a single subject, and that these experiments were not just being done on the dead, but were being done on live subjects as well. And that is where we are going to pick up. You just had this epiphany, this revelation that they were experimenting on putting these shards into living subjects in order to manipulate them with these magical spells that would be cast continuously on these people. You are in the underground lair. You have these other two necromancers with you, Lyle and Macarta. You have uncovered all of this information. There are these two crates full of not just regularly volatile beryllium, but incredibly volatile beryllium. You had seen Lyle and Macarta's reaction to this, that they recognize how dangerous it is. You don't see the indication that they are trying to take this with them, but they did find this similar information, and they were looking for Iworks Fuller, and they love the fact that he's a necromancer. Unsure if Elias Heron was a necromancer or not, but if he is, you can imagine they'd probably be pretty stoked on that too, as they are kind of hoping that necromancers can find a higher place in society and that they don't have to live in the shadows. So you have all this information together, and you've kind of scoured this place pretty thoroughly. What's your next steps? You know that Lyle and Macarta want to find Iworks, so they're probably heading straight to the Worm Mountains. But you have something that they don't, and you know that they don't know that you have the artifact that the Phoenix gave you that would help you locate Iworks in the Worm Mountains. Because from what Phoenix has said, it would be difficult to find him. And so that is why you needed this extra sort of artifact. And so if these two go off on their own, are they going to be able to find them? Do you want to help them do you want to bring them along with you in kind of going after Iworks? Is that the next thing you want to do? Or because you still have all of these other, you've started to get some questions answered. You know kind of how some of these spells work, but there is still questions up in the air, and there's still some people after some of your friends and loved ones that you have to contend with. So what's the next step?
Nora's going to turn to Lyle in, was it
Macarta.
Hey, you guys. We have learned so much together.
We've learned so much information. This has been great. I knew, like, Honora, you've always been one of the best apprentices. Like, you showed up out of the blue, and it's just like, who is this girl? She's so smart. I wish I was like her.
Oh. Girl, you don't want no. Okay. I know you guys are really eager to get to Iworks.
And we found so much information. Yeah, high five. Woo!
I don't think you guys should go into the Worm Mountains alone.
Oh.
There's a lot of dangerous things up there, and Iworks is going to be very hard to find.
Well, it's like necromancers hiding, right? Like, and we're necromancers. It's good times.
Yeah, but he's not going to know that. There's dragons up there.
I thought all the dragons gone.
I've heard a rumor that they're not.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
That's very scary.
Well, I mean, but we got to find him. Like, the clock is ticking. If we don't go now, when? Like, it could be too late. The Merry Reapers could find him. The king could find him. It would be too late. We have to go and help him now.
We are on our way up there, but we have some things we have to take care of first. Very, very important things. You guys can join us if you want. You can go alone. I just would rather you guys not go at all.
Not go at all. No, like, we have to go. Like, that's the whole thing. That's why we came here. Like, we have to help him. I mean, I don't know how committed to helping out the necromancers you are, but I hope you are. Like, this is our time. This is our chance. We got a bunch of information. We found everything we needed to find. Like, this is incredible stuff. And these shards of beryllium, like I can't believe what they're doing. Like, this is next level stuff.
Yeah, agreed. Kind of. I just don't think you guys realize what all you're getting into.
I don't know, but I just know what I want to do is just go up there right away. Like, I can barely contain myself. Like, this is so exciting. And if you want, you can give me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
I really want to message Honora and be like, maybe you should mention that we knew who they were because they're still wearing their necromancy robes.
Let me do a persuasion check.
So,
I want to give her the help to, like,
what's
persuade
your
them not to go.
What's your persuasion? Plus
+2.
Okay. The only way you're gonna do this is with a nat 20.
You bastard.
A
A nat 20?
nat 20 because
You got it. There's one in there.
the DC is just too high.
It's a 3.
So you're not going to persuade them from not going into the Worm Mountains. They are eager. Like they said, there were a couple other necromancers kind of thinking along the same lines of, like, wanting to be essentially acolytes of Iworks and Lafayette and just whatever necromancers are out there, like, pushing the boundaries. And so they are eager to start making their way. And in terms of the danger, because you kind of tried to lay out what the threats would be and how dangerous this journey would be, in their minds, if they don't do this, like, instead of dying in the Worm Mountains, they're just going to get killed by the Merry Reapers somewhere else.
I have a quick question. So I would assume that they know that this can work on people who are alive, not just the undead. Being necromancers, I kind of wonder how they feel about that. Like, are they like, oh, this is even cooler? Or it's like, oh, no, that's not cool. We deal with the undead only. Like, are they really okay with these things happening to people who are actually alive?
Yeah, I mean, how are you feeling about it, Honora?
I don't like it.
Don't like it, yeah. Do you want to ask them that? Like,
Yeah, I kind of do. I just kind of be like, you know, you found Iworks. I just really want to know your opinion on how you feel about these things happening to people who are alive.
I mean,
and
it's
not dead.
It's honestly, like, I think it's pretty fucked, but at the same time, maybe it's just what you have to do for progress, you know? Like, what's the price of progress? And hopefully we get there and they're not doing that anymore. But I mean, I don't love it. I have to say, like, I don't fuck around with, living people. I work on the dead.
Because you're like taking their free will away.
Yeah, like, and I don't love that, but I mean, I don't know if that's what they're doing or, they're just trying to find ways for these spells to work. But, that's the thing.
They
like,
are doing it. Gertie's
taking away their free will?
Conversation. Yeah, with the people who are alive.
I mean, yeah, but what spells are they doing? They don't know about the modify memory.
Oh, yeah, they don't.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what spells they're doing if they're
Is
Imposing
the
it.
modified memory just so they forget that they had a crystal implanted in their head?
Probably.
Could be.
Well,
This is one of the
it
spells.
could be that, and it could also be to make them think that they're doing something
That
else.
needs to be done.
Like if Elias is somehow in on all of this, he may not actually want to be, but they forced him to be with the crystal. Especially
Or-
if they have 5 in one brain. They can
Or
have
they put
multiple
it-
modify memories.
Or he was in with iWorks and they were like, put it in, and then I'll pretend that I don't know all this stuff, modify my memory.
It's
but
also
no,
possible,
yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
with Lawrence, it's like they made him believe he was the one building it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And to
they
keep
can do
going
all
back and
kinds of
forth.
stuff
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
know.
they can
that
do
kind of
they can
thing.
do virtually anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can completely take the blame off themselves and just be like, because didn't Lauren say I alone was in on this? Like it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's like because they don't know all of those details.
Yeah.
Right.
You kind of mentioned some stuff, but you didn't mention that.
I
Yeah.
probably won't. Now just kind
I
of.
wasn't gonna share
Yeah, I
that.
wasn't
No,
going
I
to share
wasn't.
anything.
I think, like, I know these are, like, people in Nora know. I was just kind of questioning that, but I'll definitely, like, leave the rest of the conversation to Nora, because I didn't know how much they knew, and, like, I know how Nora operates, and I'm more okay with that than, like,
Yeah.
with getting on board about, like, doing things to living people, which is
Mhm.
kind of like where Gertie's like, okay, you're still okay, though, with them pushing the science on living people, but, like, so...
So what Lyle says to you, Honora, if we get up there and we find them, I will put in a good word for you. Like I will let them know, like you are cool, your friends are cool.
Okay, thanks.
I won't, I'll try and let them know, and like, the possibility will still be open, but just don't let this possibility slip through your fingers, because
I don't think it's going to, Lyle. It's a pretty big possibility in my hands right now.
so just I hope I see you up there, Nora. I really do.
I'll be up there eventually.
All right. Well, best of luck to you guys. I don't know exactly what you guys are looking for, but hey, we had a great little adventure, right?
We sure did, Lyle.
I'm glad we saw you were with Honora and we didn't attack you. Like I would have felt really bad. Like that would have sucked. That would have sucked really hard. Like, I mean, we all just helped each other out in a really cool way. Like, good job.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
That's awesome. Like, I wish it would have been cool if we were doing this all, like, from the start.
Oh.
And then we get, like, matching tattoos and, like, I'm just thinking about all sorts of stuff now. But, like, hey, look, I'm not trying to get in on your whole thing. Just do what you need. But, yeah, maybe we'll see you in the Worm Mountains.
See you later, Lyle.
Maybe.
Catch you later.
Good luck.
All right. Later, guys.
Bye.
And Lyle and Macarta head up the stairs, and they're heading on their way.
Oh my gosh. In the necromancer robes kill me. They're so wanted, and they're just walking around in the like color and the robes of the necromancer.
It's like a sigh of relief when they leave.
Honora,
right.
what? How are you feeling after talking with them and them leaving?
Oh, they're dead for sure.
Oh, 100% they're not going to make it. I feel like the elements are going to get them alone. Let's be honest.
Do they realize how cold it is?
Yeah, they're not going to make it to a dragon.
Oh, goodness. So, you've had that conversation with Lyle and Macarta. You've got the information. They're heading up towards the Worm Mountains. Where are you heading?
Well, I want to try to take some of these, if only one, just for evidence purposes.
Yeah.
Would I have a way of storing that safely?
Can we look and see if there's like another like safer container to take it in?
Yeah. Do.
So I'll just
an
do one.
investigation
That way they're
roll.
not at risk of bumping into each other. Because I know that was the
Yeah.
thing with the other ones. I'll just take one.
Yeah.
Just so I have, like, we found 2 crates
you-
full of these.
Do you still have your camera?
I'll take a
Photo?
picture. I'll definitely open them up, take a photo of both crates. Like, here's evidence there's 2 crates of this. But I want to take one physically so you
Yeah.
can 2 crates of this.
Mhm.
Right.
And for, investigation purposes, people can analyze it.
Yeah, I mean, you have the camera. Are you going to take photos of just this whole lab?
Yeah, I'll take
I would
photos.
think so.
I'll take photos of the writing on the walls. As much as I can.
Alright.
Anything I would think would be useful for later. Yeah.
Okay,
If in case I have to plead my case to somebody.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And then, so you need an investigation to see if you can find something that's like a transport for these things.
That is 14.
14. You start to look around and you see these containers, and you don't see anything smaller that would be like carrying individual. And what you can gather is maybe those were already taken with whoever left.
Okay.
Can we
Can I wrap it up in like a napkin?
Can we help you try to build something with the material you have? Can we try that?
I don't have a
Wrap
napkin.
it in a napkin.
I have a bagel. I was storing. I'll toss the bagel.
I mean, you can do like a another check. It would have to be something to where you can
I think I
handle
have some
this.
heavy cloth.
Yeah.
Do
I was trying to see what was in an explorer's pack.
But-
Would I be able
but
to?
I don't think
Would I be able to dump out the stuff from my tinderbox in my explorer's pack and line it?
I
with
have
some
one
felt
too.
or something to keep it safe and just use that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, let's
Could
do
you-
that.
I have it.
I'll do
No,
that.
that sounds like a dumb idea. I had an oil flask. I wonder if you suspend it in oil, it wouldn't. But
That feels like a risk.
feels
Light
like
it
a
on
risk.
fire, see
Feels
what
like the
happens.
explosion would be
why?
worse.
Why did you think I went? Ooh, actually, not a good idea.
Never mind.
Never
So
mind.
you'll need another sort of sleight of hand check to see how well you handle this thing and put it away into this box. So are you ready to do that?
To the hut.
Guidance.
Do you want my
Had that
help?
before, baby.
Can I help him? Because I can
the
tell him this is
Can-
how you do it.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you use can we set the tinderbox down and use mage hand
Can
to
I
put
use
it
a
in
mage
there?
hand?
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
can do
let's
that.
do that.
Let's do that.
All right. So we still need the roll. We'll do it with advantage.
Yeah.
You have mage
Well, if
hand?
she's using mage hand, it would be.
Yeah.
You have the most. You have the highest dexterity.
Yeah, and you get his guidance.
With advantage. And
Yeah, you get my
guidance.
guidance instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Start with
And it'll be what was it last time? DC 17 or DC 18?
17.
It was 17.
Because you got
Yeah.
an
I was
18.
17 just to open the box.
It's a
Ooh, it's a
4.
So DC 13 is what? Basically.
15 on the die.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got it. All right, so you're able to take one of these shards of Beryllium with you. So you have the pictures, you have the shards.
Who's
You could
carrying
have just
it?
taken one of the drained ones.
Well,
Now, you
'Cause
should
those
have
would-
taken one of the
Those
drinks
would not have any risk of. Can I also gather some of those?
Yeah, well, you have, there's the
I
brain
have
with
another-
like 5 of them, and there's the skull with
Yeah.
one of
Ooh,
them.
let's
I
take
have
the
another-
brain.
I
Let's
have
take the
another-
brain.
obviously.
Where are we carrying?
I have
Who's
another-
carrying what?
We have backpacks.
Yeah, I have another tinderbox if you want to put the brain in that one if it's big enough.
Yeah, I think we do the brain of the thing so we can show with the how they are after,
it's working.
how they are before.
And how they are at the end. And
Yeah,
then that's
so
how
we have the
know.
whole life cycle of these crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart.
Maybe we have Amicus carry the real crystal, so if he explodes, he can be rebuilt. We
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah, let's do that. Amicus is going to carry the active one.
Amicus. Honora.
Who are we showing?
I don't think you know yet.
We don't know yet.
What's the point? Who are we
There's-
showing this to?
There's going to be somebody who wants to see this stuff.
Well, we could probably show the Aurelium to Rusty,
Yeah.
and he could probably give us even more information about it, or give us an idea of something.
Yeah. Plus, I still owe him his other half.
I mean,
in
someone had
case
to
he
cut
does.
this stuff precisely.
Yeah,
like
we could
this.
ask him.
I
would,
assume the robots.
would a robot?
Maybe
be
someone
a-
can see these cuts and be like, I only know one person who could make
Yeah.
that cut.
He might go, Diego,
He might. You might.
mi amor.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's
goodness.
it. We got it.
All right, so you have some evidence to use in some fashion at some point.
It'll be useful at some point.
Will never
But
be useful.
If not,
No, I don't think so.
you never know. You never know.
yeah.
It's just one of those things where, again, there are so many different groups that have good and bad people, and
Yeah.
you're still not entirely sure who your closest allies really
Who's like
are.
the real evil of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've collected your evidence. Yeah, where to next?
I'd say either Huegleton, more mountains, or any other leads that we're not that we can think of.
So you could definitely go to Huegleton and talk to Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
You could potentially just confront Elias Heron about this stuff.
Yeah.
If you're up there. And then there's just some of the kind of people who are in danger. If you want to intervene in some fashion
Oh,
with
yeah, like
them.
Take care of Lawrence or something.
But
I was about to say, should we try to find Lawrence
And try to help him.
and like see if he has like scars or anything where we could see that someone has embedded these things in his brain,
Yeah.
and then we can offer to try to take them out, but he might die and we might die, so it may not be worth it. But
Everybody might die.
We would die.
if it explodes,
it explodes.
do we know how big of an explosion one
tiny shard. That would be a
small
question for
shard
Rusty.
would cause?
That would not be like you would get hurt. It would be like kind of like a normal bomb that somebody was throwing. Like this, one of those shards would not kill a town.
Yeah.
One of those
Right.
shards would blow up in your face.
Yeah.
Like a firecracker.
Yeah, like a strong firecracker, but like a
Would
firecracker.
we
It's still gonna hurt, but
survive?
you're
Yeah,
not
you're gonna lose.
Yes.
You're gonna lose some fingers, maybe.
Probably not insta death.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If I use my mage hand and stand a little bit far back.
Yeah.
So it's when you have 5 of them,
That's true.
that can
Sure.
be pretty big. But one of these inch long shards, that's not going to cause it's not going to be a TPK because of one of these shards.
Gotcha.
We also don't know how many is in his head.
Because remember, the thing
Right.
that blew up in Sandhill, it was the size of a basketball.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You
It's a
know,
bomb.
that thing was significantly bigger. That would be 100 shards.
Right.
So
Yeah, so
it's
we
a
could-
huge difference.
We could find Lawrence and see, because you can't put them all in one spot,
Mm-hmm.
so he would have to have multiple scars
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around his head.
You.
I mean, someone again would have had to done like a precise surgery. 1, not to kill him, and
Yeah.
2, not blow up. So they have to be proficient in like both of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with going to do that, but I do think we need to get to the warm mountains a little bit sooner rather than later.
Yep.
So I think if we go to Huegleton, we'll have to go to the warm mountains after, no matter, because
Yeah.
that necromancer is doing a bunch of stuff in the background, and as we know, more people are heading towards him, so he'll get more and more power to raise more undead.
Yeah. Huegleton, I think, sounds like the plan.
All right.
Yeah.
You were taking the night train to Huegleton.
Can we get a long rest?
And that's as much of that as we can sing.
But I think you guys are pretty well in good shape.
I've
I mean,
used
you
the
might have used some
spells.
spell slots,
Yeah.
but
That's why.
yeah, I mean, if you're taking the train back up, yeah, you'll get those spell slots back. Because I mean, it's the long train. Because this is opposite ends of Cassarius. Yeah, so you take the train overnight. You are sleeping on the train, and you arrive at Huegleton early in the morning. And the scene you find in Huegleton is a bustling one. And as you enter into the town, Rusty Chuggins, who you asked to keep an eye on things for you, he approaches and, oh golly, you guys are back! I've been keeping an eye on things as best I can, but a bunch of goings on have been happening.
Yeah.
Ever since you were gone, we were working on fixing Huegleton back up, and just in the course of that day, all these folks started coming in, and we started getting word from Elias that all these jobs were going to be up to start building houses over in the Sandhill Glenn, and well, a lot of people in Huegleton after that big mole attack, well. they seem to kind of be really rallying around old Elias Heron. And you see all of Huegleton and all of these gnomes and dwarves that are out, and you can hear the conversations happening as you see where scaffolding is up around the damaged buildings, and you hear people say stuff like, yeah, you know, once Heron Hill expands and things are safer, this kind of stuff isn't going to happen anymore. You know, I can't believe we've sort of allowed these kind of things to happen so consistently, but now it's time. Things are going to be safer. You know, it's time to kind of put an end to this nonsense, and we really can. This is a time to really rebuild Huegleton right. And we're going to build these houses, and more people are going to come in, and there's going to be more jobs, and they're not going to be as dangerous as being down in those mines. You know how dangerous that work is. People die all the time. But now there's going to be more safety standards. Elias Heron is keeping us safe. He's keeping us alive. And I'm happy to say that I'm going to be working for Elias Heron. And you hear all of this chattering as Huegleton has really rallied behind the idea of clearing out the forest in Sandhill Glenn and developing it.
Hey, Rusty. How often does a on-fire giant mole attack the town?
Oh, golly, it's not a super common occurrence, but I know when that, explosion happened, it must have, rattled all sorts of critters, including that mole.
So this is not a regular occurrence where Huegleton just gets leveled by some creature.
I mean, it's a pretty rare one. It's not really that common at all, but I guess people are spooked.
Rusty, have you seen Lawrence anywhere by chance?
Oh, Lawrence Caldwell, well, you know what? Now that you mention it, I think I did see him. He was just kind of roaming around all kind of weird like.
Do you know where he went?
Headed up towards Old Heron Hill again.
Okay. I'm like, hey, thanks for looking out for us, and I'm gonna give him the other half of the pixie or fairy dust. I told him half now, half later.
It's fair.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a great night.
Also, going on the thought of, we were thinking Lawrence might have like scars. I wonder if Elias has scars, and if we can send his best friend to go do a lice check or something.
A lice check.
Elias, let me check you for lice.
Tell him
Best
you
friends do.
Tell him you've been out in the woods and you need to check each other for ticks.
Yeah, there you go.
Something.
Gotta get access to the head.
Just give your best pal a big hug.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
That's not the worst idea.
I mean, if we think he might have gotten, like, if he also has the modified memory and it's sticking around.
Yeah.
And then just Clockwork, like, in his build, have a piece of that.
I wish I had a way of, like, getting rid of it, though. Because I could do all that. I could find it and say, oh, yep, this is here. And then what am I going to do about it?
We might have to learn that from iWorks, potentially. Alright, well, so Lawrence is headed towards Heron Hill again. A lot of people are rallying around Elias.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I would say we kind of go check on Lawrence.
Yeah.
Because while the Sandhill Glenn thing is important, that's not going to happen overnight. That's going to take a while to put together and everything. And once it's all said and done, if they built anything, we'll just tear it down.
We know where a lot of Aurelian
I think it's
is.
fun. He's funny. He's hiring help to build this, but he built an entire theme park in like 2 days.
Do an insight roll.
Ooh.
Did he build it that fast?
It was wasn't it like 2 days?
Yeah, where he built like the roller coaster and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's like, why is he?
I thought you meant the whole city. I was like, no way.
That's only an 8.
Can anybody else do it, or just?
I think that's an arm thing.
But they're best friends, so shouldn't he have advantage?
Yeah.
Elias thinks he's his best friend. Aram has said repeatedly that they're not.
Yeah, but
If Elias was there and hearing
I'm very
all this
suspect
stuff.
of this guy.
Yeah.
He's been so sketchy.
There,
Such a good question.
you have this nagging suspicion that there's a reason why he would be hiring people rather than just doing it himself. You know he could. there's a reason why he's not.
Did he use undead to build the rest of the roller coasters and stuff?
Yeah,
'Cause it was behind the
the
gate.
apartment things are gonna have to be out in the open,
Yeah.
and everything else is behind a gate, so you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
do stuff.
This was in a gated, walled-off city, so he could have
Yeah.
used undead in there.
Could do whatever he wanted in there, but this is out in the open. And
Especially like all the tunnels and stuff easily.
plus,
could've
he's
been
also it's
undead.
like a PR. He's got to make it look because he already had some bad press,
Yeah.
and now he's got to do even more
He's
PR
gonna have
stuff. He's got to
good-
like, look at me making jobs.
I'm creating jobs. I'm stimulating the economy.
And we landed on it. That without the roll, we got to sort of the idea. This is not just a project. This is a PR
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just for
sort of thing.
everything.
You're hearing these conversations where people are talking about,
More
hey,
support.
yeah, maybe Heron Hill is, the right way to go. Elias Heron has the right idea. He's giving us jobs. We're really happy about that. We're gonna make money and we're gonna be safe. Like this is not just, oh, we want to build the houses. This is a broader strategy. And so the dice let you down, but you got there.
Still trap. Still trap.
Dice,
Not
you
just
have
a hat rack.
brains.
But you kind of see where Elias is maybe playing a little 3D chess with some of these things. Even if it's going to be slower, it can have a bigger benefit in the long run. Because in order for this to work, he needs public support.
Yeah.
It doesn't work if he doesn't have people behind him. So you kind of have that idea. Do you want to head... Honora knows where the entrance to where Lawrence would be going if the same thing is happening.
Is there a way to send a note to family members? by chance?
I
Can I
mean,
borrow
there's-
Apollo,
yeah.
or can
Yeah,
I?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I want to send a message to my family and say, like, Elias is trying to improve his image by building houses in the area. Be as sneaky as you can overnight. Try to ruin it, make it worse,
Yeah,
make
I gotcha.
shitty, like
Nice.
make the workmanship really bad, make
Yeah.
make it look bad.
Steal stuff.
Like, yeah,
break
like
it, throw it away.
just
Like-
don't burn it. Like, just
Like
do
do
what
like,
you can.
Like break away, like you just kind of like saw
Yeah.
through a little bit, so it fails, and it's like,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
can't we get it built?
Yeah.
There's no like safety around this.
Yeah, I want to send it to her family and tell her to like get with Az and
Yeah.
use them.
So some sabotage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But what you do notice, just speaking of family, is part of these projects. You see Zizou,
I assume,
and he comes up to you and says, "Look, you can look around, see how excited the people are for these projects, this work we're doing. These people were almost killed by."
and we saved them
You did, but it never should have happened at all.
And-
because the explosion caused it to come here. So
Look, it's the people have jobs, they're gonna have houses. Look, I just hope you can come around.
I hope you can too. And then I just
Nice.
And do you guys head
Not in the
towards that secret entrance?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go check that out.
Yeah, why not?
So you know the code, you know how to open it up, and you guys walk into the pit of the murder house, and once again you find Lawrence Caldwell tinkering away, trying to fix up this pit in the murder house.
Oh man. All right. Well,
And somebody has learned Dispel
Yeah,
Magic
I
at this
have.
point, correct?
I have it too.
I was gonna say we could also like try to knock him out and then search it.
Surgery.
Like not surgery, but search him for it.
To see if he has.
Yeah, and then dispel magic and wake him up if he doesn't. Just be like, we found you here again.
Stuff. Yeah. I guess maybe we just call out to him to start.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
hey,
fine.
Lawrence, what you doing, buddy?
Oh no! What? How did you find this place?
Followed you.
Oh shoot! I knew I needed to be more sneaky. Okay, all right. Put him up, I guess.
Oh, Lawrence.
Lawrence, no.
Come on,
Buddy.
you're not gonna take me alive.
Come on.
Lawrence, I'm gonna look at Lawrence and be like, Lawrence, we know, we're actually here to help you. And then can I persuade him just to like drop his guard?
You're gonna help me build this? No,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to build this by myself.
No, we were told. like.
No, I know I can't trust anybody. Put him up. You guys are going down.
Lawrence, think it through. There's 5 of us and one of
And a
you.
robot.
Look, I'm not. I know I can't go down without a fight. I feel it in my bones.
Lawrence, buddy, we're not gonna fight you.
So my
I-
initiative roll is.
I was like, Mary's just with her trident trying to flex to try to get
I
him
was
to
gonna-
stop.
I was gonna try to do like an intimidation.
That's
roll.
what I was gonna try to do, but my intimidation is
try
not
and persuade
good.
him. It's gonna be DC 25.
I'll try to intimidate. Get a nat
I'll
20.
persuade.
Yeah, it'd have to be a nat 20 for me as
Nope.
well.
No,
17.
11.
Let's see if I get a nat
I'm
20.
17 intimidation.
No.
I'll fight him.
I'll give it a shot.
Just throw a
I
net
can't get
on
a
him.
25.
Yeah,
nat
roll
20.
roll a nat 20 and
That's the only way any of
It was
us, I think,
persuasion or
intimidate.
intimidation.
I mean, mine's only
Intimidation.
+2.
But you can.
You can a nat 20 is just a
Is
success.
an automatic success.
All right.
None of
So he is not backing down. He is ready to fight you guys. Do
I'm
you
gonna
want
cast
to?
hold person on it.
Nice. I was wondering.
I
if
don't
you
want to
still
hurt
had
the
that.
poor guy.
I give you my net to like hold him down.
Yeah, I'll cast hold person on him. He has to make a wisdom
Oh, we
saving
have-
throw against
we have rope.
15.
All right.
I have rope losing time.
You rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
Nice.
Sweet
He's
Lawrence.
held.
So yeah, I just
Sweet Lawrence.
yeah, he has his dukes up ready to go. And I just go, oh Lawrence, come on, buddy, and then cast it.
Yeah, so he's frozen. He's paralyzed. He can't speak. He can't do any of that.
I'm gonna I'll walk up to him then and say, okay, we're gonna help you. I need to see if you have any scars on your head or your neck or anything.
Mhm.
Just wanted to let you know what's happening. And then what do I need to do? Check that.
Yeah, you can do a medicine check or an investigation, either way.
I'll do medicine.
Can I help him? Because I also have good medicine to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
move
that's
the
fine.
hair while he's touching.
There
Like,
you go.
That will be a 15.
15. I think that's enough to see.
Okay.
You see, and you're kind of looking through his hair, and you find this very precise, very small incision. But you see this kind of bald patch where this incision is under his hair, and it seems big enough to fit one of these shards
just
inside.
one incision.
That's what you can see.
Are we trying to do surgery down here?
Are we wanting to kill Lawrence Caldwell?
Yeah, I don't.
If we do it badly, I'm fine with that.
I just
No,
don't know because I
killing
don't.
the person.
I don't want to. I don't want to kill him or hurt him or
Yeah.
anything.
Can
But
we-
at the same time, like he can't keep doing this.
No.
So we know. So if he only has one, we know there's only so many slots, quote unquote. Could we get a sense of how many maybe like dispel magics it could take just to make it inert?
To make it kind of to make it useless.
Yeah.
So the idea is because like if you have like a magical artifact, dispel magic doesn't stop that magical artifact from casting a spell. It just dispels the spell once it's cast.
Yeah.
Right, but we know that it can only cast the spell so many times.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do we have
yeah.
an idea of how many times that is?
Or how many left?
I mean, if they last like 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
and he was recently kidnapped, it's got a lot in it.
so I mean, if you think
Well, it could
like
also only have so many expenditures of it. But most people aren't going to be just dispelling magic
But most
on
spells
random
only
We've done
last
it,
like
bodies.
what,
1
like
to
2
10
or 3?
minutes. So that means
Yeah,
this thing
is
has to
long.
cast itself.
Constantly.
it has to have.
It has to
Thousands.
Like,
thousands
yeah.
upon thousands of casts.
And it
Yeah,
is.
because I don't know how long modified memory
Yeah.
lasts. I'm sure Vicran would know that. I just don't know. off the
I mean, I
top
feel like the
of my
most I've
I
ever
think
seen a
it's
spell
like
last is like
10 minutes
10
or
minutes to an
an
hour,
hour.
maybe
Yeah.
at the
head.
most.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Even if it's an
is-
hour, which is like the most, that's still 24 times a day. It has to
Yeah,
cast.
that's still a lot.
Well, and if it's such a powerful like material, then I'm sure you can imbue it with a shit ton of.
Oh yeah.
And also,
stronger.
what you know from dealing with him in the past, when you have dispelled it, it doesn't necessarily automatically re-trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there would be some time where you'd have to wait, and then it would trigger again,
Is-
and then you'd wait, and then it would trigger again. And
Is there anything? That's what the other question should have been. When we were at the factory, is there anything that can reverse this without taking it out of the brain? And I didn't know if we had any of that in the papers we brought with us.
That's a good question.
yeah. I mean,
Anything in the journal about that?
Like if we can like do an investigation or
It's all
something.
redacted.
like what you can figure and what you understand about this stuff is like you have to break that apart. Like you have to remove it.
Surgery. It is.
I have major.
Is there anyone back at
One of our homes.
either of our homes, especially mine with so many clerics,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would know would
Very
definitely
smart.
be better suited for this, and would also just be like, yeah, I'm down to do it.
I
'Cause I kind of get the inclination there will be people that if I take him there will immediately push back and be like, nope.
you know of some really great healers in your community. I mean, that is what your community is about. It's about healing. It is about kind of medical stuff through a religious viewpoint.
Right.
And you know a really great surgeon who would love for you to make a lot of promises to the church.
Ooh.
And has really been wanting to get you in because he sees your promise in what you can do as a cleric and would really, really love you to make some hard promises to Hayatia and would very happily help and do a good job if
How much better than me does he do?
he's
I add a 7 to my medicine checks. What does he add?
he would probably be a +10.
And you'd probably be able to give
And a
him
guidance could add
advantage.
+4 potentially.
And he'll probably give
Making
advantage.
healers possibly +11.
Do you know of any
There's a 50% chance
decent
at least.
healers
Yeah, do I
that
know of any
won't-
pretty good?
that won't force you into the
You
church?
know some healers who are as good as you. And
but
then-
at that point, I might as well just do it.
You might as well just do it yourself. But there's a pretty great healer if you are willing to get real cool about some religious stuff.
Yeah, don't love that.
Can we just hear him out?
Yeah, I mean, we can hear him out. We just have to
You have to make some promises.
take Lawrence there. I mean, it would,
That's true.
depending on what the promises are.
It would also
You know,
be
I'm not about to devote my whole life to this church forever for Lawrence Caldwell.
Make a religion roll for me.
It would
Okay.
also probably be hard to get Lawrence there.
You know, he's hell. We'll carry him.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fair.
we're strong.
Bigger than he is. Not great.
That was almost
Mhm.
a
It was.
20.
It was so close, and then
it paused on the 20 and then 4.
Oh well, yeah, you're not entirely sure what he's going to ask you, or how it would affect you, but yeah, you would just have to ask. But you know he'd do a good job,
All right. Well,
and he'd be happy to do it.
I guess let's see what he's gonna want from me, because no offense, Lawrence. I'm sure you can still hear me while you're held, but I do have my limits here.
So do you guys?
You guys want
Pick
to
him up?
take him?
Guess so.
Can
We have a
I,
net.
Yeah, we should put him in the net.
Can
We
I,
should probably.
can I take like a piece of cloth so he can't
I was gonna
yell?
say we
Yeah.
need to like
and
bound
probably
the gag
blindfold him so he can't like.
Yeah,
All
Sorry,
right.
buddy. This is
for your own good.
You wrap him up, you net him up, you've got him secure. You make your way back to Huegleton. Are you trying to hide that you're carrying
Wait till
Lawrence?
like nighttime.
I don't know if we have the time to wait.
Yeah, remember, because you took the night train, so it's like early morning.
Yeah.
It's like
How about we just
7 a.m.
do the medicine ourselves?
What if we do dispel magic and then explain to him what we're doing?
And he just
he-
comes with
he
you?
just
Comes with us.
Such a smart
That's a much
idea.
better idea.
There you go.
Much better idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
Much better.
We don't have to drag him.
I was so
Well,
in
we were gonna
the
carry him.
I was so in the mindset of I can't do dispel magic for so long
Yeah.
that I forgot I could do it.
Yeah,
At least
so
to get him far enough away.
Yeah,
I was a
yeah.
little curious why you guys decided not to dispel the magic, but just forgot.
Because it's gonna recast. So
Yeah.
we're
We just don't know
like,
when.
We just
Yeah.
like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Eric didn't let us level up for so long. I forgot
Yeah.
what spell sets I had.
Yeah. We just were
but-
really, if we could level up, we could really refresh ourselves.
My medicine would have probably been higher too.
Why waste
I
the
know what
Why
just-
waste the spell slot?
I
Like,
think we can convince him to come with us
Yeah.
without
Yeah, I think once
binding
he's
him.
out of his modified memory, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, get this thing out of my fucking head, please."
So you modify the memory. He again in that kind of stupor is where am I? What's going on?
Lawrence, you've had a modified memory spell put on you, and think you had to build this big murder contraption.
Oh, I've been killing people.
Well,
No, it hasn't
the
happened.
contraption may have, but you built the contraption is all.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're here to help you. We think there's maybe something that's been put in your brain
In my brain?
someone is kind of controlling you with, and we want to take you to a very strong cleric to try to get it removed.
Well, if it's making me build murder contraptions, then yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Sounds good, Lawrence.
Do we know how much further? Because, sorry, I need a little recap of, like, so they found it. Did they destroy it at all? Or has it been the same and Lawrence has been adding more to it?
You guys fucked it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and Lawrence has been trying to fix it.
So he's been fixing what we messed up.
Yes.
He hasn't added more. There's no.
No.
Okay. Because I was going to look at it, but if that's the case, I wanted to be sure.
He is trying to get it back to operation.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so he's more than happy to come with you as you guys head towards the Whistling Woods. And as you guys make your way back to Huegleton, he says, if we're going out there, I have a cart we can take, and maybe we can get there faster.
Oh, that'd be good.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Did we want to maybe talk to Rusty? Like, and we're sure it's the automatons that were making those, like, really precise cuts.
I'm not sure who's making the cuts.
No, yeah, you don't
Do we
know.
want to
You
do
wanna-
that when we bring Lawrence back?
Well, I figured, like, if, like, Arm and I stay behind and you guys,
Oh,
and then we can
yeah.
talk to Rusty as you guys are taking care of that, and we can learn more about, like, the
Yeah, well, I also don't know if
Yeah.
Lawrence is going to have to, like, stay
That's
there
true.
for a little bit for some recovery.
That's
We are about to literally remove a shard from
Should
his
we tell
brain.
his wife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
She
you'll
might
have
want to
to
go with us, honestly.
Yeah. And that would keep
Um,
him hidden
Yeah.
from him, like, going back, and then maybe, like, they can bring the family, and then from there they can actually finally
We
leave.
can get out of here for good.
Gertie and Aram, you're gonna stick around with
If
Rusty.
that's okay, I
Yeah.
figured. Yeah.
And we'll figure out a little bit more of those shards. But right now, let's hop in the cart and we're heading towards the Whistling Woods. And with the cart, we're going to make our way much quicker as you are being taken over here, and you are back in the Firbolg village in the Whistling Woods. And you see everybody in prayer, Vicran, along with your family as they are worshiping in the woods.
We'll when we walk up, I'll kind of just shush everyone and just be like, they'll be done in a minute. We don't want to interrupt their prayer.
Yeah. And so you see this occurring, and you spot that cleric that you are going to be searching for. And his name is
Brasco.
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 And I imagine you are standing kind of off to the side as you allow this ceremony to end. And you can feel around in these woods as that whistling is happening. And you hear them chanting along in tune with the whistling as it goes through those hollow trees, and it's making that sound. And it's like this sacred harp style singing as they sing on top of each other, and as these choruses go and go, and you see the hands go up as they have this chant for healing and health and prosperity and to be guided. And as that wraps up, the Firbolgs begin to disperse. And do you go straight to Brasco?
Yeah, I'll say, all right, let's go talk to Brasco. He's right over there, so let's catch him before he gets too far.
Vicran, Salthorn. Welcome back. Your father has told me that you've been doing some adventuring, it seems.
Yes. Hi, Brasco. It's good to see you. We've been on quite an adventure so far. Yes.
You have met with some perhaps unsavory characters.
I've met quite a few people along the way. Some great, some not as great, but
Your mother was held hostage?
yes.
That is quite the time. Perhaps it is because you have not prayed hard enough, but we can maybe do something about that since you're back, and perhaps the light of the gods will protect your family once again.
Perhaps it was also because that was not a great person that held her hostage. People do make their own decisions.
Oh, free will or predetermination, that is one of the questions.
Quite a long topic we could discuss.
How have your clerical studies been as you've been out in the world?
I've learned quite a bit of information about many different topics, subjects, religions, and such.
You've always been talented. If you prayed a little harder, perhaps you could be even more talented.
We'll say the last time I prayed to Hyattia was not quite the outcome I was expecting or hoping for, so...
Don't color me surprised, boy. Oh, oh, so much promise, so much promise. But what brings you back?
I actually have a person here who needs some healing, and I believe it's going to be quite surgical, and I knew that you were quite an expert at that.
Oh, Vicran, I am honored that you thought of me. That is such a blessing you have given me. I do not take that lightly. Thank you. Thank you for honoring my talents and believing in my capabilities that are only possible thanks to the gods.
Of course, you've taught me so much about healing. I couldn't think of a better person to bring him to.
I would be happy to help if I knew that you would be in the light of Hyattia. It would make me so thrilled that a Firbolg of your promise was worshipping as he should.
Of course. Maybe we can head inside and discuss everything.
Okay, let's go to my chambers. Let's do you have the subject with you?
Yes, and I'll kind of push Lawrence up front and I'll say, "This is Lawrence Caldwell."
Oh, a dwarven man. Is he sick?
Something like that. It's actually quite complicated.
Oh, I love a complicated case.
Yes, I knew you would be up for the challenge.
Let's go and let us fulfill our clerical duties. We must help those in need. Let's go. And he shuffles towards his abode, his house, and you enter in and you see stacks of papers and medical textbooks and his notes as he has filled his home with the tools of his trade, and he ushers you in. Now, as I said, I would love to be of help in this complicated matter, but this is not a one of our clan. This is not one of our people, and I can help. I believe I can, but Vicran, please, I beg of you to renew your promise to Hyattia. That is where you get your magics from. It is channeled from the great goddess. And if you renew your promise and you give yourself anew and you are reborn anew in her name, you can help more people. You can help your family here. And if you continue your adventures out in the world, you can help them better as well. I know that your parents besmirch the fact that you have left the woods. I do not besmirch you the same. I went on my own journey when I was a young man, and it taught me many lessons of how to heal and how to better my craft. But what was always at the center was my belief in Hyattia. And if you can do the same, I will be more than happy to help your friend. But if you break this promise, if your faith strays from you, I cannot guarantee that Hyattia will continue to allow you your magical gifts. In fact, and I have spoken with your parents about this before, the fact that you have had so much doubt, and yet Hyattia continues to bless you, is a mystery to me, and a mystery to them as well.
Do I know, like, what all this promise is?
So
is it just like a, yeah, totally, I believe?
it's kind of like a baptism
Kind of
sort of thing, and you have these promises, but we kind of talked about it before about,
Yeah.
you know, you're a cleric. That is a sort of a deal with a god, kind of in exchange for belief you are able to channel these magics, and you said they are still kind of connected with Hyattia, and you know, this is from when you were a young kid and you were raised in the church and you became a young cleric. But as he kind of warned, this could benefit you potentially. But if you have these doubts and it kind of moves you away from you continue to kind of look into different directions as opposed to, oh, the gods are going to make things happen and they're the ones who are kind of controlling things. Your relationship with Hyattia could change.
Mm-hmm.
And that could have some implications on spellcasting.
I don't know, gang.
And on a practical level, that's something we would kind of need to role play out.
Yeah.
At different junctions to where it's like, you know, be straight with me. Where are you at? You know, like, and that would kind of also come into play, you know, with, you know, there's the Pantheon Church and there's the Raven Queen and there's those kind of people, and like the Merry Reapers are in their own way like paladins, right? Like these are people who are working for a god, right? And their sort of idea is that, hey, these necromancers are kind of acting in defiance of the gods.
Right.
And depending on what you do in defiance of those gods, that could affect your spellcasting in some interesting ways. So there's some interesting stuff on the table that would be factored by some decisions you make down the road.
Yeah. Because I feel like Vicran is kind of someone who's like, I don't entirely not believe in gods because I've studied so much.
Yeah.
And I've
And
read
think about the
so
world you're
much.
in. Like,
Yeah, and like,
you're a
there's-
cleric.
Yeah. Gods exist. It's more of just like I'm not someone who is like a missionary for Hyattia.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't go out and be like, have you heard the good word about Hyattia?
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Well, even, and that's like, what some of like the necromancers have talked about, what Talamir talked about. It's like, hey, like the gods aren't all that there is in the world. Like we have our own lives, we have our own determination. It's not just the gods that control the forces of this world. Like we can do some of that ourselves, but that's exactly what the king is angry at them for.
Yeah.
Is trying to say, hey, we're just as good or better than the gods.
Yeah. And
So
I kind of think, like, Vicran sees it as, like, the gods don't do everything, we don't do everything. It's all interweaved.
yeah.
It's all connected through kind of like a spiritual nature level type of thing.
And what your family very much believes is that no, you are at the will of these gods,
Right.
and that's what you need to do.
Right.
But so what you're kind of being tasked with, like if you were to continue helping the undead and the necromancers, that could maybe be a red flag to Hayatia,
Right.
is what he is kind of putting on the table.
Funny, because he's gonna be kind of helping the necromancers a little bit too by proving that something's going on here that's maybe
Yeah.
not them, but you know. I feel like Vicran would kind of be the person that's just like, okay, yeah, sure, man, like, I'll say it because it's like, I don't fully not believe in all this stuff. It's just I'm not at the level that you guys are.
Yeah.
But, like, sometimes you gotta make the elders happy.
And he says, I am so pleased to hear that. We will take care of that business in a moment, but first, let us commence what we have to do. Tell me, what ails this poor dwarf?
Well, he has a shard of Irilium that has been placed in his brain. Are you familiar with Irilium, Brasco?
Irilium, let me think. It is a magical substance, artifacts and such.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very,
It is. Somebody stuck a piece in his brain.
yes.
That's a very volatile substance,
That's
I believe.
what I was going to say. It's very volatile. It is a...
I'm shocked he's walking and moving around.
we are a little bit as well. It's a very, very small shard that either someone or something is making perfect every single time, and they're imbuing it with different spells. This particular one is a modified memory spell that is making poor Lawrence here do things that he would not normally do, almost as if someone is trying to control his actions.
Oh my. Well, that is nefarious indeed.
Yes, and unfortunately, they're making him do nefarious things. So we would like to try to remove that, if possible.
Well, I believe that is a noble goal indeed, that someone is trying to take the will of the gods away and put it in their own hands for this dwarven man. That's such a terrible crime, and I would love to work. Will you apprentice me in this?
Of course. Anything I can do to help.
Are you ready, dwarven man? Yeah, no, my brain is in your hands, sir. Let's do it.
Can I show Brasco like the journals with the diagrams as much as I can that we could make out to kind of say like, here's
not redacted.
Here's what we figured out so far. Maybe
Yeah.
this will kind of guide us along.
So he's looking through and fascinating. Just really intrigued by this stuff and the kind of medical diagrams that he sees. And you go into a room and you see this surgical table that is prepped and ready for surgery. And we're going to make some medicine checks.
All right.
Before this all happens, I go to Lawrence and I'm like, Lawrence, is there anything you want us to tell your wife if things go awry?
Just tell her whatever I did, it wasn't me, but I must have done something to get in this mess to begin with, and just that I'm sorry, and I love her more than anything.
Oh.
And it was all my fault.
No.
And she's a peach for having to deal with me as long as she did. All right, knock me out.
Okay.
Slowly.
All right,
What are we rolling?
so he is going to roll a medicine check. He gets plus 10. He's going to do it with advantage.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, can I give him guidance as
you
well?
absolutely can. Is that a D4?
Yes. That
All
feels
right.
like an apprentice thing.
Yeah.
You got that.
Absolutely. So he is going to make this check. The first check is going to determine if he can cut open his brain and get to the shard without disrupting it.
Okay.
So that's going to be the first one, is that we're just going to get to it. And so he studies these diagrams. He can see where, like, the ideal placement is. He finds the scar in Lawrence Caldwell's head, and he can determine, okay, this is where that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is going to be difficult. It's going to be a DC 17, similar to when you opened the crate. This is a kind of crate.
Yeah.
So we're going to roll the D4 first. And that's a 2.
Okay.
DC.
So he needs a 5 on one of these dice or higher in order to get this check. And that's a 16.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
So that is a 28.
Okay.
You were there. He has the scalpel, and he cuts into Lawrence Caldwell's brain and opens up the skull, and there is that shard of beryllium lodged in this part of his brain. Now to take it out. So once again,
Guidance
DC
again.
17. We're guiding again. That's another 2. Same deal. Just a 5 or higher on one of the dice. And that's a 15. We have successfully taken this out of Lawrence Caldwell's head. And with those rolls, with a 27, we're not dealing with brain damage. We're not dealing with any ill effects to Lawrence Caldwell. You have successfully removed the beryllium from his brain, sewed him back up, and he is free from this spell.
Awesome.
So you have finished this. You've cleaned yourselves up. Lawrence Caldwell is gonna need some time. He just had brain surgery.
Sure.
Makes sense.
So he is recovering. To carry the word to his wife that he's okay. He made it, and he's gonna be better now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be the same. He's not gonna keep running back to Huegleton, convinced he has to build a murder house.
Yeah.
And you remember where she is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can, I would think we could probably
Bring him with
send
us?
her here.
Oh, send her here.
Why? I assume he's gonna need recovery time.
Yeah.
Oh
So he
yeah,
may
he's
be
not
able to
going anywhere
travel.
for a while.
Yeah.
But we could send
Send-
her here.
Yeah, send her a letter to say come here.
Yeah.
This is where he's at.
This
What
is
if
where
she's
he
moved
is.
on?
Oh yeah, in the 2-3 days.
Hey, you never know.
Well, then we told her where he was and we did
Yeah.
our part.
And he knows where to find her.
Yeah, we did our job.
All right, so now Brasco is going to usher you to a temple in order for you to promise yourself to Hyattia. And you make your way to this temple, and you have this shrine in the woods in this clearing, and you're back where you walked in and where they were having these prayers, but now it is just the two of you. Or, well, do the rest of you join to see,
What's up to Vicran?
or
What's
is this going to be something in private?
I think probably private.
All right. So it's
Way
just you and him. as you are here at this shrine. And he lights these 2 torches that are on either side of this stone shrine, and you see a statuette of Hyattia in the middle of this shrine. And he tells you to kneel at the statue, and he says, I'm going to get the shaman, just wait and we will do this properly. And so as he waits, you are kneeling at this shrine, and the flames are dancing on either side. And as they do, you kind of get lost in these flames as they begin to kind of change shape. And you see in these flames, as they begin to move, you see your name appear. And written in fire in front of this shrine, you see Vicran.
That feels concerning. I'll say yes.
The flames continue to move, and as they do, you see them form into another word, and it says, "Why?" with a question mark.
Why what?
And
Please say more than one word.
they dance again, and they say,
Try sentences.
"Here?" question mark.
Where? Question mark.
Shrine? Question mark.
Yes? Question mark.
And the flames continue to dance as Brasco returns with the shaman.
Can I make a religion check to know if that is normally part of this, or is something else going on?
Yeah, go ahead and make a religion check.
Okay.
Smart.
Are you
Oh,
fucking kidding me
so close.
again?
Nat 20.
So close to Nat 20.
It literally was like, joking.
No, kind of shit.
Okay. Well, so you can't
Can I ask him?
you can't intuit it on your own, but the shaman just showed up.
Yeah. Whenever before he even like really greets, I'm gonna be like, I just saw words in the flames. I don't recall that ever being part of this. Am I just misremembering?
Oh, you saw the flames communicate with you.
Yes, it said Vicran. Why? Here? Shrine.
Oh, you have never been spoken to through the flames.
I cannot say that I have.
Well, it's not surprising. It's a rare occurrence. You have been spoken to by the goddess. She's communicating with you.
Interesting. Is there a way to maybe communicate more? It's hard to communicate with one word at a time.
You are here. We are perhaps to do a ceremony, correct?
Yes.
We shall perhaps commune with the goddess. That is quite something. You have been quite blessed. Your clerical studies must be making you quite capable, it seems, if Hyattia has spoken to you.
I'm glad that it wasn't a bad thing.
I'm glad you are here, and we can commence this ceremony. Let us begin. The flames are lit. Let us pray. Hyattia, bless this Firbolg in your light to grow strong, to know right from wrong, to walk in the light, to heal the sick, to help the needy, to be as sturdy as the trees, to be as gentle as the butterflies, to grow as deep as the roots of the mushrooms, to be as connected as the earth is to all of the earth, to recognize the living and the dead, and the cycle of all living things, and how they work in the cosmos and in the grand cycle of the gods. If he shall live in your light, grant him wisdom, grant him peace, grant him strength, and grant him courage. And as he says this, you see a large yellow butterfly fly down to the shrine. And in the middle of the shrine, those flames begin to dance, and they begin to envelop this butterfly. And as it begins to flap its wings and that fire grows brighter and brighter, your vision goes white. And what they see, you are at this shrine and your eyes roll to the back of your head, and there you see what you've seen in a statuette many, many times your whole life. Hyattia is standing in front of you. What do you say?
Hyattia?
Yes, child. You have broken through the veil. You wish to commune with me. What questions do you have, child?
Oh, so many questions. I wish I could have prepared more. I was really renewing a promise. I'm sorry, I was not prepared for this communication.
Oh, no worries. I am aware of your activity. I do wish you were perhaps more devout at times, but you have healed the sick. You have helped the needy. I am proud of those endeavors.
Thank you.
Of course. What do you wish of me?
Guys, we can ask anything. Why don't we ask her?
Can you ask a question? Like, can I have this, like, in the future if I need
Yeah,
it? Like,
yeah.
can I have one freebie? Because I don't know.
Could I maybe hold on to the question until I have something to really ask you? I don't want to waste this.
I understand. It is, I imagine, quite an occurrence, being face to face with your goddess.
Yeah. It very much so. I feel like that's underselling it.
I will be there in a time of need, if you ask. I cannot be there at all times, but if you have a question, call upon me. But I ask that you do hold me in your heart. Do not close it away. I want to continue giving you your gifts.
Do I have more than one question? And does that question count as my question?
Is it like a small question then a big question?
Yeah, is this like a genie situation?
You're not the first I have communed with to ask that.
It's a fair question.
It's a fair question.
You really don't want to squander this.
No, you don't meet the gods every day.
Exactly. Thank you for understanding.
But as I said, it is not something I can do for you at all times. If you have a question in your time of need, I will be there to answer it.
Okay, so we got one. Let's hold on to this then.
In your time of need.
Yeah. Let's put this in our pocket.
Vicran, Salthorn, go in peace.
You as well.
And your vision returns to you, and you're back at the shrine, and you see that butterfly flying away as the torches go back to normal.
Guys, I just physically met Hyattia.
Oh, that's it. Here we were just re-promising. How was she? Was she as magnificent as I always imagined?
More so. Also, very understanding.
Oh, and he begins to hyperventilate as he watched you go into this trance-like state. He saw this butterfly come down. He saw the flames. He saw all of this happening. You are truly blessed, Vicran Sawthorn. You are destined for great things. I will be of service to you when I can. That is such a marvelous thing. I have to tell your father.
Can I tell him?
Oh, absolutely. I can understand why you would want to tell him yourself. No worries indeed.
Thank you.
So you have had this moment. You have a sort of commune with the gods in your back pocket as you have kind of fulfilled Brasco's deal, and you had this moment, but you kind of went beyond just this promise. She has seemingly been aware of your adventure here, and eager to be of assistance if she can, as long as you are kind of on the same page, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, so you've had this moment. You
feels
have
like where some of my questions might go.
you have helped Lawrence Caldwell. Where to next?
I want to go tell my dad what just happened. I want to show his smug face.
You have this conversation with your dad, and he reacts just incredulously, just like, I've never seen Hayatia. Why, I'm praying every day. What? And just like he's kind of pissed, but also just like, well, hey, it's still in the family. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is like the little league home run that you hit. That's the only thing Dad ever brags about.
Yeah, like,
this is the one thing.
He's gonna be telling his friends
True.
just like constantly, just
Yeah.
like, yeah, like, did your son talk to Hayatia? I don't
Didn't.
think so.
Didn't think so. He sucks.
So like that as kind of completely baffled by it, like, it's one of those things where it's like he has always been so committed to the idea that you guys need to stay here and you need to be in this constant state of worship, but you're not kind of living by any of these ideals.
Exactly.
Where you have gone out and you are trying to do right by people out in the world, and that seems to have taken Hayatia's notice to a degree that none of these other people, not this shaman in this town who has just been in this village doing the same sort of stuff in the same kind of way and not really going out into the world and helping people in need, just kind of staying in this one village, insular. You maybe your dad didn't have the right idea, and maybe it was more important to go experience the world than it was just to be stuck in books and temples and in prayer all the time. That
Exactly.
maybe your faith could be better exercised out in the world and in the streets and with the needy and the sinners and the sick than it would be just in this monastery-like village.
Right.
And he's kind of having a moment of crisis, but hey, his son did it, and that's dope as hell.
And I think that's kind of like what Vicran has been trying to tell him this whole time.
And I imagine you have a tremendous amount of vindication. So where are we heading to now?
Back to Huegleton.
Yeah, I would say we're gonna go back, tell them what happened, for the most part, and say let's get Lawrence's wife up there.
All right. So we are going to, after saving Lawrence Caldwell, we are making our way back to Huegleton. And that is where we will have to end this episode of Rolling Through Realms, Love, Death, and Necromancy.
I'm friends with a god.
Thank you for listening to Rolling Through Realms. Follow us on Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, and YouTube, and be sure to share with your friends. Feel free to leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. Music for this episode was provided by tabletopaudio.com. Once again, I'm Erik Hurt, and you've been listening to Love, Death, and Necromancy.